أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome everybody to class number 30 of Nazirah syllabus level 1. Today is Tuesday 15th of November 2022 and we'll start with our prayers as usual. Let's see who would like to recite with me. Assalamu alaikum GB1942 Afia. Wa alaikum assalam Afia. Please can you recite Tawud and Tasmiya?
Yes. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
And in English?
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the rejected.
Okay. Tasmiya, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful.
Okay.
Rabbi zidni ilma. Oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge.
Yes, and this is from chapter Taha, verse 115, and chapter Taha is number 20. Okay, Jazakallah. So I'm sure all of you know these by heart now, so I really shouldn't have to read them, but I'm going to read them anyway, just as a reminder. So you know that to give respect to the Quran, we should be in a clean state, so physically clean and mentally clean. So that means that we should have performed wuzu before we join the class. We should be wearing clean clothes. We should be covering our heads. We should arrive on time or early to log in with the correct ID. And a parent should be present with you. And you should be sitting in a quiet place away from any disturbance. Okay, that's really important because we've got important lessons to learn. Jazakumullah to everybody who's done that. Okay, so we have started our assembly and now we are going to focus on our rule today. And this is from our textbook, Talimul-Qur'an, page 71 to 72. And it is the Wau Leen or strokes. And today we are learning Wau Leen. And then after that at 5:15, inshallah, we will go into our breakout rooms and we will practice from reciting from the Holy Quran. And today it's Surah Al-Ma'idah, verses 16 to 18. And tonight, that's your homework. After the assembly, to conclude the class, we'll make sure that you are practicing your text and you should see the homework. Let's go back to what the homework is. So the homework tonight is reading Surah Al-Ma'idah, continuing in preparation for tomorrow's lesson, verses 19 to 20. Okay, so make sure that you are all doing that tonight. And also show your progress when you complete the attendance. When you are in your breakout forms and you have to complete the attendance forms, make sure you show your Quran reading progress as well. Okay, Jazakumullah. So let's move on now to our lesson on soft elongation. So this is another type of elongation or stretching, and it is known as soft elongation. There are two letters known as huruful leen, and huruful leen means letters of ease in English. So huruf is letter and leen is ease. The word leen in Arabic means to ease. Okay. So today we are looking at one of those letters of ease, and it is the letter Wau. So it is known as Wau Leen. Okay, so everybody recognizes this stroke, which is fatha, and everybody, I hope, knows that this is a short stroke, one count only, yes? So if you see a letter with a fatha above it, you know that you have to recite it with one count. It's a short stroke. And here is Wau Sakin. We know this. We learned about it last week as well. So here, if we see the fatha followed by the Wau sakin. So we see a letter that has fatha above it, and it is followed by Wau sakin. This is Wau Leen. Okay, so we will go on to how we pronounce it in a minute. Look at the difference. The Wau with the sukoon on top of it, on its own, is Wau sakin. But when we have a letter before that with fatha above it, so a maftuh letter before the Wau sakin, then, only then is it called Wau Leen. Okay? When short stroke of fatha is followed by Wau sakin, that's Wau Leen. Okay? Now, we know, again, if we see fatha above a letter that is a short stroke, it's only one count of timing and it describes a certain sound. So, for example, if we have the letter ba and it has fatha above it, then we will be reciting ba. If we have the letter qaf and it has the fatha above it, it has the short stroke, then we will be reciting qa. Okay? But when you have the Wau sukoon after the letter with the fatha above it, this causes the easing of the sound of the maftuh letter into the Wau. Okay, so you're going to kind of join it and you're going to take on the sound of the Wau. And that takes 2 counts. So you're going to prolong it. You're going to double it from 1 count to 2 count. 2 counts, sorry. So let's take an example. You have the letter ha there, right? And it has fatha above it. So therefore, that sound, if we were just going to recite by itself, it will be ha, ha, okay? But when you have the maftuh ha followed by Wau sakin, now we have the Wau Leen sound, and this is no longer just ha. Now you have to join it to that Wau sakin, and you're going to stretch it to 2 counts. How, okay? How. So I know that some of you have been taught the Quran by Urdu speakers, and maybe you are pronouncing this ha. No, that's wrong. It's how, okay? So it's a little bit different to ha. Without the Wau Leen, it's ha. With the Wau Leen, it's how. Okay, let's now go on to the next example. Here we have meme with fatha, so this is called maftuh meme. Maftuh meme. And this is going to be, I want all of you to be reading aloud with me at home. Ma, right? So let's see how many of you get this right at home. If you have maftuh meme followed by Wau Leen or Wau sakin, now you are going to ease that sound in. You're going to join maftuh meme ma into the Wau, right? And how are we going to say that? Mo, mo. So again, some of you will have learned the recitation of Quran by Urdu speakers, and maybe you are saying mo. This is incorrect. It is mo. All right? And remember to stretch the sound. It is not short like ma. It's mo. You can hear in my voice that I have stretched that sound to 2 counts. Okay? I'm sorry, I wasn't given any examples to go through with the students. So we can just do a few more letters. I will think of some. So if we think of the letter lam, if it has fatha above it, maftuh lam, then it will be la, right? And if we attach it to the Wau Leen, so you have maftuh lam followed by Wau sakin, then the sound will be low. All right? So remember this. It's a very odd sound at first because maybe you have not heard these sounds before. But you just keep practicing. It's very important to build your confidence by practicing. And inshallah, you will learn how to pronounce it properly. I noticed last week that some students who are reciting, for example, the dhamma, if the letter is madmum, so the letter has dhamma above it, they're not making the totally round shape with their lips and saying bo instead of boo, or zo instead of zoo, or ro instead of ru. So this is incorrect, okay? You have to make sure that you are pronouncing each letter correctly when you are reciting. So I have another example. What if we had maftu ra, maftu ra? So, and then it's followed by Wau Leen. Maftu ra, you are just going to recite ra. But if it is followed by Wau Sakin, then it becomes Wau Leen, and you have to stretch that sound, and it will be row, row. Or if we have maftu alif is just alif with fatha above it, easy. And if you follow that with Wau Sakin, then you have to stretch that sound and incorporate the Wau, oh, okay? It's not o. I know that some people who recite Quran in Urdu way, they will be saying o, liya. No, it's o, okay? So just be really careful when we are practicing in our breakout rooms that you are really thinking about the rules and how to recite correctly. The same as when we see the letters that are maksur, or if they have kasra underneath them, then I have noticed that some of us, when we are reciting, we are not saying li or mi or yi. We are saying le, me, be, ye. No, that's wrong. Okay, that's again in the Urdu way, but Quran is written in Arabic, and so we should try to recite it carefully and correctly. So if it is maksur letter, it should be pronounced as such. So for example, maksur ba is B. Maksur mim is mi. Maksur ra is ri. Okay, so just be careful with that, with your pronunciation, and make sure that you recite it carefully and properly. So in the same way, Wau Leen, it's going to take some getting used to, but inshallah we'll get there. Jazakallah.